Hello guys, my name is Mark from jazzguitarlessons.net and welcome to your Jazz Guitar Toolbox. This is episode 1.2 on the melodic minor scale. The goal of this series, the Jazz Guitar Toolbox, is to discuss these topics that every jazz guitarist should know, very foundational skills that you should know. So in this episode we have the melodic minor scale. What is it? How to play it and how to use it. And of course, if you haven't watched the first episode, so this is a follow-up. In the first episode, we talked about the major scale, so I will encourage you to go and check it out before you check this video right now. Unlike the major scale that is widely known and very understood, the melodic minor scale is something that you might not have heard of or not understood. It's used a lot in jazz, but not so much in pop and say blues music and things like that. So sometimes it's referred to as the jazz minor scale, if you will. And the easiest way to understand this in regards to your fretboard and how you understand the scale is to do and flat the third of a major scale. So if you already know the C major scale, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, all you have to do is have an E flat in there. So C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B, and that is C melodic minor scale. Now what we'll do is we'll take advantage of the two scale shapes we've already had in the major scale lesson and simply flat the third degree. Namely, we will start here. I will do the demonstration where we start with the C note on your 6th string at the bottom string, and then the other scale shape where we start with the C note on the 5th string. So let's get going with that demonstration. And now here's a quick recap on how to practice the scale. So in the previous video, in the major scale one, I've given you 4 different ways that you can practice. You can recap this in the PDF found on the blog, and here I'm just going to tell you quickly what they are. Number 1, you're going to play long tones, meaning you're going to play the scale slowly with really long notes ascending and descending. The second step is to play in 8 notes, meaning you play a little bit faster, alternating pick. If you're a pick guy, you alternate your pick. And the third one, it's the only one I will play here, is playing in thirds. So briefly, you start with the first note and you skip to the third one. And then you go 1, 3, 2, 4, so quickly. Etc. All right, and the fourth, so number 1, long tone, number 2, 8 notes, number 3 playing like this in thirds, and number 4 I said improvise. You know, you put a metronome on beats 2 and 4 and just fiddle around in the scale and see what comes out as far as musical ideas. So you will want to do this in all of the keys, as I said in the previous video, but at first make sure you nail your C melodic minor in these 2 positions and that they're comfortable before moving on to the other positions and other scale keys. All right, when to use the scale? So that's a common question I get. So guys are like, Mark, it's fine, I know melodic minor, but what am I supposed to play this on? Is it minor? Is it when I play blue bossa and I see the C minor 7 chord? Like, when is it? So at first, I would try the following. If you're getting into jazz, there's a concept of playing a 2-5-1, and the 2-5-1 can also be done in a minor key, which is something you can find in future lessons. And minor keys will be D minor 7 flat 5 to G7 of some sort, like altered G7 into a C minor or C minor 6-9, things like that. So the place where we will practice the minor scale is to say on the 1, the C minor, you play C melodic minor scale. So I'm going to do a quick demo on this of 4 rounds on minor 2-5-1 to key of C minor and use the C minor scale during the C minor chord, the C melodic minor scale during the C minor chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's a nice and easy way to start. You have your minor 2-5-1, and once you land on the 1 that is minor, you use melodic minor scale. However, melodic minor scale is even more useful when you start to dig into its modes. And for now, like, you can consider now until the end of this video as a bonus portion that even if you don't quite understand it, you might want to come back to it later. So one mode that is really useful, the most used for melodic minor, is the altered scale, aka super locrian. All right, and this means that in short, the 7th mode of the melodic minor scale is the infamous altered scale. And in other words, I will find a dominant chord progression, so I will find say a major 2-5-1 in the key of C, so a D minor 7 running into a G7, running into a C major. So that 5 chord here, if we want to have it instead of a plain vanilla G7, if we want to have it altered using the altered scale, we will say go up a half step to an A flat, and then play the melodic minor scale from here, which means that we're effectively playing G altered. So G altered is the 7th mode of A flat melodic minor. All right, so I know it's a mouthful, and this works brilliantly, so I'm going to demonstrate now using 2-5-1 in C major, and during the 5 chord, during the G, I'm trying to play A flat melodic minor to give that G altered sound. Let's get going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another great way to use a melodic minor scale is to use the fourth mode, and we call it either the Lydian dominant mode or Lydian sharp 4. And here it's saying, well, if I look at C melodic minor, the scale we've been practicing, we're going to go up 4 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and use here an F7. And that F7 is interesting because instead of plain Lydian, we go, because of that B natural, so it's like a Lydian scale with a raised 4th note. So as the name suggests, this works on dominant chords, and especially it works well on dominant chords that are not in your key. So if you're seeing a chord that is dominant and it's not acting as a 5, it's like random, then that would be a good place to use it. Now, what we want to do in this demonstration that's coming up is I'm going to play a blues in C, like good old blues. And when I get to my F chord, because you guys know that's an F chord that's coming in bar 5, I'm going to put a backing track and I'm going to play the C melodic minor scale during my F7 chord. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Again. Alright guys, that's it for our toolbox on melodic minor scale. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the little bell to get your notifications, and I will see you soon on the website jazzguitarlessons.net. Improve your jazz guitar playing with a real teacher. Take care.